Sue and Julie were running around a track equally fast. Sue started before Julie. When Sue had run 9 laps, Julie had run 3 laps. How far had Sue run when Julie had run 15 laps? And is this scenario additive, multiplicative, or both? Let's begin by recording the possible number of laps run by both Julie and Sue. We're given Sue had run 9 laps when Julie had run 3 laps. Now, an important part to recognize here is that Sue and Julie are running equally fast, which means once they start running, each time Julie completes a lap, so does Sue. So if Julie had run 4 laps, Sue had run 10 laps. If Julie had run 5 laps, Sue had run 11 laps, and so on. And the question is, how far had Sue run when Julie had run 15 laps? So to answer this question, we need to look for a pattern or determine the process to determine how many laps Sue had run given the number of laps Julie had run. We'll notice that 3 plus 6 equals 9, 4 plus 6 equals 10, 5 plus 6 equals 11. So notice how the pattern or the process is we take the number of laps Julie had run and add 6 to get the number of laps Sue had run. So the pattern or process is add 6. Which means if Julie had run 15 laps, Sue had run 15 plus 6, or 21 laps. So to answer the question, Sue had run 21 laps when Julie had run 15 laps. Now the reasoning we used here is called additive reasoning. When we're using additive reasoning, we take the old quantity, which in this case would be the number of laps Julie had run, and we add the absolute change to determine the new quantity, or in this case, the number of laps Sue had run. So here the absolute change is 6 because we add 6 each time to get the number of laps that Sue had run. And notice how this pattern or process holds true regardless of how many laps Julie had run. We did not use multiplicative reasoning here, which looks at relative change between two quantities. For multiplicative reasoning, we take the old quantity, multiply by the relative change to get the new quantity. So notice how if we try to use multiplicative reasoning, notice that 3 times 3 equals 9, but 4 times 3 does not equal 10. And therefore, in this situation, multiplicative reasoning is not appropriate. I hope you found this helpful.